And welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to Club América versus CD Olimpia, the 2026 CONCACAF Champions Cup Round 1, Leg 2. América leads 2-1 on aggregate after the first leg. Olimpia played well, but it just wasn't meant to be last week. For Olimpia. They're probably cooked this week, but we'll see what happens. I would say this first game is probably the more we know where this is going game of the two. I mean, we kind of probably know where Monterrey and Xelajú is going, but at least Xelajú has a chance. They have to score because, of course, Monterrey has the away goal from Tecatito, but that's 2 hours from now. América leads 2-1, 2 away goals. This is probably going to be a very tough sledding for Olimpia. And if they win 1-0, that would send them to extra time. Problem is, probably not. It's going to be tough, but that's life, eh? With that being said, starting 11s are as follows. For Club América, in goal, Luis Malagon. The back four, Kevin Alvarez. We have Israel Reyes, Sebastian Cáceres, Christian Borja. The midfield two of Jonathan Dos Santos, Rodrigo Dorado. The attacking midfield three of Brian Rodriguez, Eric Sanchez, Alexi Gutierrez, and Victor Davila. For CD Olimpia, we have Edric Menjivar. We have the back four of... Nah, that ain't right. Jorge Alvarez, Emmanuel Hernandez, Facundo Quiros, and Carlos Sanchez. The midfield four of Jose Pinto. We have Augustine Millet. We have Kevin Guiti. We have Edwin Rodriguez, and up top, Jorge Benguche and Houston Arboleda. Oh, Daytona 500 qualifying is at 7 p.m. on FS1. Oh, they were re-showing practice. Okay, I see what they were doing there. With that being said, we're ready to go. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. Oh, no, you ain't. Let me guess. FS1 is showing some stupid basketball game, and it ran over. God, Lord, mercy. Let's put on TUDNA, you garbage sport. I had it on FS2 for... I had it on FS2 and I thought I would be able to enjoy a game on FS2, but no. Basketball. Yay. Nobody gives a shit. Let me see some here. See how long's left in the frickin' basketball. Well, that doesn't help me. Teams are about to walk out. I want to still watch the game on FS2 for the most part. I really do. So... they're both on FS2. Like, that would be awesome, you know? Losers. Is it overtime or something? I don't know. Oh, they're taking all their they're all taking their freaking timeouts. 6 minutes left in the second half. I hate college basketball. Yay, 2 DNA again. I thought for once I'd get to enjoy a game on FS. Nope. As I said, every single time, as I always say, fuck Fox Sports. Paramount, please, save us. Jesus H. Christ. Paramount, get the rights. Well, actually, the good news is, sounds to me that Fox Sports, if they have to pay more for the NFL, they'll keep NASCAR and IndyCar because they own part of the series. Keep the NFL and get rid of everything else. So, so ESPN over there in the Caribbean's just as bad. Okay, well, that's good to know. But, yeah, no, I hope. Paramount, please, Lord, once you can get the rights for CONCACAF, buy them. Because Fox is losing the World Cup, which means they lose everything. They want to get rid of everything football. Soccer-wise. Of course, they'll keep the NFL, but that's the other football. Either way, Paramount, save us. They would treat it better anyway. That'd be nice. Oh, Let It Go Ottawa got referenced on TUDNA. That's cool. Vancouver game is shown on ESPN, though. And that game's almost over. And Canada U17s have failed to qualify for the U17 World Cup. Ah, hell. That sucks. Teams are about to walk out. We're getting ready to go. Either way, teams are about to walk out at Estadio Azul. And we'll get going. Bad day to be a Trinidad fan. Cuba's going to the U17 World Cup. Haiti and Jamaica. Well, hey, we can both be sad today because Canada didn't make it either because we lost to Jamaica. So we both could be sad. Teams are walking out. We're getting ready to go. América versus Olimpia. América contra Olimpia en la Copa Campeones de la CONCACAF. Partida vuelta, primera ronda. Jamaica has 2 TFC Academy players going to the World Cup. Number Nolan and the keeper. Yep, they're number 10 and their keeper. So that's good for TFC, right? And they will not do anything for the main team because you know damn well what's going to happen. If they have any true potential, they'll get traded after showing it for like 6 months. As always happens. As always happens, of course. Here we go. America shaking hands with the refs, wearing their yellow, their Adidas kits, their home kits. Starting 11, Malagon. The back 4, Borja, Cáceres, Reyes, Alvarez, Gutierrez, Dos Santos, Dorado, Sanchez, Rodriguez, Davila. América leads 2-1 on aggregate. 2-1 global. We'll see where this game goes. Trinidad got a TFC player too, Christian Pitt. Exactly, but we were talking about Jamaica going to the U17 World Cup. How we doing, Connor? I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Drew Fisher, the center ref tonight. Oh, Lord, this one's going to be fun. Handing off the banners. Tried the sofa score. Jose Rivero, the VAR referee, went to change my lineup. Got those damn spin the wheel ads if I wanted to trade for players out, so I just deleted the app. New Zealand versus England, massive game. Starting 11, Menjivar. Sanchez, Quiros, Hernandez, Guiti. Won the FIFA series. Pinto, Alvarez, Moulet, Rodriguez. Arboleda, Benguche. Disappoint. MLS got rid of their fantasy game. What? MLS got rid of their fantasy game? That's not happening anymore? Oh, Kickbase. Oh. Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not doing that. If there's... No. MLS took the fantasy and put on a different app. You got to be kidding me. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Get the fuck on. I'm not doing that. So I guess I'm done playing MLS Fantasy. Let's see if they still do Pick 6 or whatever. Or MLS Pick'em or whatever. Really, you can't see your points until after the match day if you don't pay $60 a month. Get fucked. That's crazy. And we're off. That's crazy, man. That's no. 60. It's like $60. Well, it can't be $60 a month. $60 a year. $60 a season. So what? $10 per month. Unless you pay up. See your points the Monday after the matches unless you pay up. I mean, I normally don't check the fantasy during the match day. But at least back when you had the old fantasy, you could do that if you wanted to. $60 a year, okay. It's not as bad as $60 a month, but so basically $10 per match a season month, okay. And $5 a month in real time. Yeah, no, I don't. Too many subscriptions, don't need to pay another. I'm paying freaking subscription for fantasy. Unless I'm not. Besides, I don't even do that good to get the freaking America shot goal. Goal offside. 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 It's still 0-0, 2-1 on aggregate. I thought Forge played really good against Tigres up until the penalty. I was really hoping they would put as many people in the box as possible, try to play for a 0-0 and force or extra time. I mean, the weird part is, here's the weird part. Forge gets the penalty. They score it. They're one away from going through on away goals. For some reason, they absolutely just fall apart after getting it back within one. Like, that was the weirdest thing. Like, it's just instantly a switch flipped. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Well, it would have been extra time, then penalties, but I don't think I've seen anything like that before. Like, scores the penalty, and then they just fell apart instantly after actually getting within one. Like, that was nuts. Like, I don't think I've ever seen something like that before. I don't even think you can blame that on them being a CPL team. Like, that's got to be more altitude than anything. They hit a wall. That made it look worse than what it really was. I'm not going to lie. 0-0, 0-0 esta noche. América contra Olimpia. 2-1 global. 2-1 on aggregate. América leading the tie. América líder de serie. They scored an offside goal just a couple of minutes ago. Olimpia has to score twice to somehow advance. They probably won't, but saved. That'll be a goal kick for Malagon. Sean Dyche just got sacked as the Forest manager. You got to be kidding me. But playing forward. América. Five minutes in. Are you going live stream Winter Olympics hockey? Yes. But I'll do the Sunday game for Canada. Headed on, cleared out for a goal kick. I mean, I think Drake May I think he did well. All things considered. I mean, not in the Super Bowl. That was bad. But the season, he was good. I mean, he was second in the MVP voting for a reason. Speed skating, curling, bobsled, luge, skeleton. Both speed skating, short track and regular speed skating. Of course, hockey. Curling, bobsled, skeleton, luge, saved. What else? Half pipe. Even if I've missed it, I'll watch it. I have Peacock, so I can watch whatever I want to. A lot of things have been flopping. I feel like you mean leg 2? I mean, the review's done, well, for a review, it's done pretty well. I don't know. I feel like I'm running up against a wall right now. I'm not going to lie. I'm not saying I'm burnt out, but like my numbers just ran into a fucking wall. I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, this is more than just a January is slow thing. This is starting to get a little bit concerning. The live's at 1.5K. Yeah. I'd say that's about baseline. Either way, I'm not gonna lie. Now we're starting to get a little bit concerned. I'm starting to get a little bit concerned. 1.2K, I mean. The numbers are not looking good so far in the season. What can you do, though? I'll do the Canada game on the 15th, hockey-wise. Yeah, that's what we'll do. I will do the game on the 15th, Canada versus France. I will do their last group game. And then whatever their knockout games are, then I will do those. Heard that from a lot of YouTubers. They all feel like they're getting shadow banned. Yeah, okay, so I'm not the only one. Because I don't do shorts. Or I barely do shorts. America shot wide out of boots. I think it's because I barely do shorts. I think that's what it is. I can't see. I think YouTube is starting to favor shorts a little bit more. And I only do one on what? I did one on Christmas. And I did one when John Cena retired. I didn't even put my New Year's message on there. Well, thank you. Yeah, but AFCON didn't do well. See, if AFCON did amazingly, you might be right. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I just feel like my numbers are shit. Like, I just feel like so far since December, since last season ended, like sometimes starting with the best of reels, let's just go from there, or starting with the top 50 songs list. From then on, I just feel like the numbers have been very let down, and I can understand it, but now we're in February. Now we're doing the Champions Cup. And I'm not trying to complain. I'm just calling it like it is. This is a World Cup year, and I feel like there's no momentum. And I've wanted this year to be. I'm feeling a little bit disenchanted. That's all. Like, that's all. I don't know. Fair enough, but either way. I did a Chelsea-Napoli game, and that still didn't do too well. Again, that Chelsea-Napoli game didn't do that well, and I would say that was a big time, or a big thing. So what, blame Sun? Shit. If any, what, the comments get me freaking shadow banned, maybe? Some comments get me shadow banned? Could, I guess. Was the most violent soccer match ever. Probably I don't know. Roy Keane, Man City, when he hit Holland's dad's knee. Violent header. I don't think CONCACAF's ever gotten violent. That's the problem. Like, shithousing, sure. Dirty tackles, sure. Violent? I don't know. Hmm. "13 minutes in, 0-0. He might be right. I don't know. But even when I give my opinion, I still try to beat around the bush. I say what I need to say, but I try to beat around the bush as well at the same time. So, either way. Enough about that. 14 minutes in. Me? What I do? Maybe I do need a green screen and shit. Maybe we just gotta bite the bullet and do it. I don't know. Playing forward. Oh, okay. 15 minutes in. 0-0. Settle. Like, I just really wanted the World Cup to be I mean, yeah, 2022 wasn't really a breakout. I mean, there were moments. World Cup 22 was, for a World Cup, was a bit disappointing, but I've always felt like 2026 was the hyped World Cup anyway, even back then. So, I don't know. But, I mean, and what kind of, I thought the Club World Cup did very well last year. I thought it did. So, oh no. But Olimpia playing forward, 16th minute. They've actually been pretty solid. That's out for a goal kick. They got to do a lot of work to advance, possibly. Playing forward. But I thought if the Club World Cup did pretty well in general, I thought the actual World Cup would do well. So we'll see. Maybe things change. Maybe things quickly kick on. But just playing forward. I don't know. I just feel I don't know. Playing forward, Olimpia. Horrible shot. Horrible shot there. América, good tackle by Olimpia. Good tackle. Out of boots. Throw in for América. I don't think that's not what it is. I give way too much. I give way too much to feel like I'm hitting a wall. That's all. I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like I deserve better, you know? Like, that's all. Well, it's not that I feel it. I know I deserve better. I do. And sometimes when things feel the most plateaued, like when things feel like they're at their most plateaued and slow, it just makes it worse. You know, that's all. Playing blocked away. I don't know. You know. When I feel like I'm making progress and it looks like it's really good progress, it doesn't feel as bad. You know, like I still deserve better, but when you're making progress to better, it's like, okay, I'm getting there. When shit plateaus out, especially if it's lagging a little bit longer than I would have expected, like January's a sink. It always is. Okay? It is. Blocked away, out for a corner. It's been that way for a couple years, though, and I've done just fine until now. So, yeah, but it's been that way for a good couple of years now, and I've done just fine till now. So, I don't think it's that, but you might be right. I don't know. Either way. Blocked away. I ain't gonna sell this. I may deserve better, but I will never sell my soul to get better. You ain't gonna see me doing that. Can't do it. Nope. 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 Which that is totally at odds with, but if I get better, I'm gonna earn that shit. Over any. If I do get what I deserve, I'm gonna earn that shit. And I will be unowned. The only person that owns me is me. You could bet your ass on that. So we'll leave that at that. 22 minutes. 0-0, 0-0. 2-1 on aggregate, 2-1. Olympia's playing tough, but América is still América. It's pretty much where we are right now. Well, libertarian ain't good enough. Anarcho-capitalist isn't good enough. Libertarian isn't good enough. Oh, wait, they don't like Ron Paul. Well, if this was 2008, no, it would be enough. Either way. Yeah, it's 2026, not 2008. Yeah, that's true. Either way. 23 minutes. But again, I will always be me. And part of that's being an anarcho-capitalist libertarian. I will always be me. I will not change for success. I will not change for success. I will not sell my soul for success. Even if I deserve much better. '24th minute. Oh, foul, free kick for Olimpia. Which club in Liga MX do you think has the biggest flops of players going to Europe? Is that a trick question? I mean, they all flop. That's the problem. They all flop. Like, whoever is allowed to go, they all flop. Like, that's the problem. Like, I don't think Gilberto Mora is going to flop, but he hasn't went yet. But even Edson Alvarez, he flopped. He's flopping. Injury-related, but he's flopping. Okay. And they've all came back. Tecatito came back. Raul Jimenez is doing fine, but it took him a couple of clubs to get there. And then it took him a couple more years to get back to where he was after he got clattered. Raul might be the best Mexican success story. Well, him or Chicharito, but those are rare. Those are rare. I mean, now it seems to me, and I'm talking about modern era, so Chicharito doesn't really count. Like, yeah, back in 2000, he did fine, but Hector Herrera, he probably did better than others, but I'm talking about maybe the last two, like this generation and the upcoming generation. They've all sort of flopped. I think that's a trick question. I mean, the way the camera or the way the calendar is probably. Yeah, because Man United drew. I hate it for the guy. That dude's never going to get his hair cut. I don't think Man United's going to get that close to 5 games in a row for a while. This was his best chance for a while, and they blew it. I kind of saw it coming, though. I'm not going to lie. I hate it for the dude, though. I really do. I can't talk shit because if I did the same thing and didn't cut my hair till Toronto won 5 games in a row, I'd be the same. I'd be in the same predicament. So, and I'd just be looked at as a ripoff. And, like, for me to finally get my hair cut, they'd finally have to call the Pirate. I'd win 5 in a row as a manager and finally get my haircut on the pitch itself. That's when I'd finally get my haircut if I did the same thing, which I guess would be more better than what that man's ever done, but you know. When that United Strand got freaking Super Bowl commercial to us, I'm like, yeah, you're not winning game 5. Like Omalana's like gummies or whatever, like the candy. And he did a commercial for that. I'm like, yeah, there's no way. Like they did a Super Bowl commercial type of like ad for it. I'm like, he just Super Bowl commercialed us after like game 4. Yeah, you ain't winning game 5. I can't really. Yeah, because I think they're the most greedy of trying to get rid of their players, or if they do get rid of their young players. I mean, they kind of had to. They might just get relegated. They're garbage. He had to go. Too big of a club for him. Had to go. To be fair, though, he still has content. Timbers lost 3-2, but Velde, what a player. He's awesome. He's awesome. Playing forward. Olimpia still has the ball. Here's a breakaway. Ball crossed in and blocked. What a failure. Velde's amazing. He might be a dark horse MVP contender. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, because he didn't cut his hair. Yeah, he's been with Portland since the summer. He was playing with them in the playoffs. He's been there for like, well, about to be a year and 6 months. I knew it was a jinx. Summer. Last summer. Velde's been with Portland. He was there last summer. '29th minute. But yeah, no, Velde's a low-key MVP contender in MLS. I believe that 100%. Dude hasn't missed a mark at all. Like, even when Portland hit a snag in their form, I thought he did pretty well in general. Hey, bro, greetings from Spain. I've been following you for several years. Saludos. Saludos, España. Thank you. Gracias. Oh, Thiago Espinoza, new player of América, be presented at halftime, I guess. Okay. Cool. It's cool. See, this is what I like. Greetings from Spain. This is what I like. See, things like that make me feel good. 0-0, 0-0. 0-0 esta noche. 2-1 global. América líder de serie. América leads the tie. And they're I wouldn't say holding on for dear life, but, you know. I mean, I agree with that. I think everybody thought Ange Postecoglou should have got another year, at least 6 months. Like, him getting fired right after the Europa League was malpractice. But I think everybody agreed on that. I don't think anybody. Shit. What do we think of shit? Pacharo. I think you should go to HR. Pacharo, I think you should go to HR. Just a hunch, you know. I don't know. Like, is your manager like much older than you? Just asking for clarification, because if that's the case, I mean, there's a power dynamic there. If she's a damn cougar, it's even worse. Go to HR is my opinion. I would go to HR. That's my opinion. I'm much fine with that, but I don't know. Either way. If you haven't seen it, it's on the other chat tab. It's on the live chat tab, not the top chat tab, because even YouTube realizes yeah. Thomas Frank could have been good at a Bundesliga club where he could grow his career. I agree with that. He ain't going there now. 34th minute. Cleared away. Olimpia ain't playing too badly, but I just don't think they're going to find a way. "35th minute. He should have went to a club just above the profile of Brentford. Tottenham was too much of a jump." I agree with that. No disagreements there. Chris Bassett to the Baltimore Orioles. Shit. I live in Madrid, but I'm a Barcelona fan, and tomorrow I'm going to the stadium to watch the Copa del Rey semifinals. So, were you born in Barcelona or near Barcelona, or are you just a Barcelona fan? Wow. I would hope he was born near Barcelona. I would hope. Just as curiosity. Because their finances were all out of whack. I think Vichai dying really ruined the project that they had. And it just went to shit with COVID and all that in general. I think that's what happened. I think Alfie made a video about it. HITC 7s. Go look his up. I'm done. While you're waiting for the review to come up for the second match, go watch that. If you fall asleep, well, that's because Alfie is a little bit tedious. I mean, I like Alfie, but I can see why somebody would call him boring. I didn't say he was. I say I could see why. Either one. Playing forward, and they just ran into Sanchez. He got Falcon pushed. Yeah, that was just dirty. Oh. Hey, it's on you, but it's on you if you want to pursue. I don't give a shit. If you want to make your bed and lie in it, do that. But, hey, you know what? If you want to do that, make your bed and lie in it. I don't. I'd advise against it, but, whatever. The semifinals here in Madrid, I'll be crashing the party. 38th minute. I think Barcelona still should beat Real Madrid. I really do. I'm going to be honest. I think Madrid are just garbage this year. They're absolutely garbage. I think this is the most dysfunctional I've ever seen Real Madrid in my life. Like, it's just crazy, man. Just crazy. 39th minute. Like, this might be the worst Real Madrid. Well, no. Lopetegui's Solari year wasn't as bad. I still can't believe that a Real Madrid former manager and Santiago Solari coached America for a while. That was crazy. That was crazy. Man. Santiago Solari coached Club América after coaching Real Madrid. That's... Man, I thought that was such a good hire for America, going, like, swinging for the fences like that back when it happened. It wasn't. They didn't win a thing with him. They still haven't won a Champions Cup in 10 years, but at least Jardine won a couple of Liga MX's, yeah? It's definitely. 40 minutes in. Maybe I brought back some bad memories for the America fans there. I don't know. 40th minute. Not that I feel sorry for them. Playing forward. 41st minute. 0-0. Settle. My coworker from my previous city job just asked about if I followed Inter Miami preseason results. It's the guy I went to the NYCFC Miami game in September 2025 with. What should I tell him? If you haven't followed their results, tell them you haven't. Tell them you're an NYCFC fan. Score 0-0. 0-0 esta noche. 2-1 global, 2-1 on aggregate. Olimpia with a free kick, unless they just did score. I mean, from where they are, that's going to be a little bit, I don't know. Playing forward, chipped over the top. Header down. And it just goes wide. Out and throw in for Olimpia. Cross in. Header. Out of boots. Goal kick. 42 minutes, still 0-0. 2-1 on aggregate. Playing forward. Canada is embarrassing. Jamaica run, Jamaica. Our U17s like this? This U17 team is just garbage. Like, it's so bipolar. Like, this U17 age group is just garbage. Just is. Yep. Tell him that then. 43rd minute. Canada U20 team is stacked. Shola kid, Ottawa, Feyenoord kid. Yeah, the U20s are stacked. That was the U17s. So, can't wait till the U17 team plays U20 qualifiers. I'm going to smash my head into a wall. Maybe they'll be better in a couple of years. Playing forward, 44th minute. Playing forward. Olimpia, 45th minute. Shot over the bar. And it's halftime. Halftime, it's 0-0, 2-1 on aggregate. 0-0 esta noche, miro tiempo, 2-0, or 2-1 global. 0-0 esta noche, 2-0, 2-1 global. 0-0 esta noche, miro tiempo, 2-1 global. 0-0 at the half, 2-1 on aggregate. At halftime. America look like you would expect them to. They haven't scored yet, but Olympia's defending tough. They're keeping this game close. Oh, Rodolfo Cota went back to America. Wait. Or did he? Hold on. Could have sworn. Did he play there before? No, he didn't. My bad. My bad. He went to America, not back. I thought America would score one by now. I agree. I'm a little bit shocked they haven't. Olympia's had their moments, though. They still need more than what they've got, though. Still not enough, but they can flip this over. They can flip this tie. We'll see. With that being said, we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going, sit tight, be back. 0-0 at the half, 2-1 on aggregate. 0-0 miro tiempo, 2-1 global. Sit tight, be back. And we're back for the stats at the half. We got 77% possession to 23% possession. We got 6 shots to 2. We got... There we go. Well, okay, there we go. 6 shots to 2, 0 shots on goal to 0. We have 345 accurate passes to 83, 90% to 74% pass accuracy. 3 fouls to 8, 3 corners to 0, 6 shots to 2, 3 shots off goal to 1, 0 shots on goal to 0. 382 passes to 112, 90% pass accuracy to 74, 8 throws to 7, 1 offside to 1, 0 yellows to 1, 0 reds to 0, 0-0 at the half, 0-0 middle tiempo, 2-1 on aggregate, 2-1 global. Olimpia is playing tough. They're keeping this game close. I think they're looking like a solid side. I think América, I would have expected them to score at least 1 by now. I agree with that. But I don't think... How we doing, Hans? How we doing? I don't think América's been that good. They've defended well enough. I think Olimpia has been a bit questionable going forward. They've had their chances, but they've also definitely not had a good set of chances. They always find a way to mess it up a little bit. But with that being said, América still should advance. Olimpia's got to do a lot of work to somehow win this tie and flip it on its head. If Olimpia wins 1-0, they'd still have to go to extra time. 2-1. 2-1, they'd still go to extra time. Well, no, actually. No, 1-0 wouldn't even be good enough for extra time for Olimpia. No, it wouldn't, actually. They'd still lose in away goals. 2-1 for Olimpia would be extra time. 2-0 for Olimpia would put them through. They need 2 goals. 0-0 at the half. 2-1 on aggregate. 0-0 middle tiempo, 2-1 esta noche. Or global. 0-0 esta noche. Basically, Olimpia needs 2 goals. And not allow any. Getting the 2 goals, even if they allowed 1, they go to extra time as long as they don't draw. But right now, they need 2 goals. I have no idea. Slavkovsky absolutely carried Slovakia on his back. Yeah, I expected that. Well, but we're waiting for the second half to start. Finland didn't play. Kapanen, very dumb. Best Gold Cup game of 2025. Honestly, Canada, Honduras. Even unbiasedly, Canada, Honduras. I mean, the final was pretty good. But, yeah, I think Canada, Honduras. Thoughts on the Yankees missing out on players to the Orioles? Shows you how good the Yankees really are. It's hilarious. New Zealand got game versus Finland coming. I guess what? The FIFA series as well. Canada versus Honduras. Ryan talked his shit after that game. What you expect me to be? What would you? Why would you expect me to be courteous after a game like that? Especially knowing Canada's history versus Honduras. It just ended up aging like milk because Canada freaking just packed up after that game and didn't bring that out at all for the rest of the tournament. Maybe even the rest of the year. It hurts more because you know they can do it. Hurts more because you know they could do it. I still think we can make a World Cup semifinal if everything goes our way. And also, let's not forget, Canada's better playing against teams who are better than them. They play down to competition. They play down to competition and they play up to competition. The better a team is, the better they do. So weirdly enough, if things go our way, we still could. That doesn't change. I mean, I didn't say we will, but it could happen. If everything goes our way, and I think it can. Yeah. I like our chances better in the USA. I like our chances better in Mexico. I like Canada's chances to be the best team in CONCACAF at the World Cup for sure. Because they're very good at playing teams better than them and getting results and wins. I don't get it. It's just the way it is. 45th minute, we're off in the second half. I do agree. Canada are overachievers. Exactly. That's my point. What happened with Guatemala? What happened with Guatemala does not change what they can do with the World Cup. It doesn't. Yeah, it's embarrassing. Yeah, the Guatemala game and the Gold Cup's embarrassing. But we know Canada plays down to competition and plays up to competition. That's a foul. Here comes America. Shot saved. So basically what I'm saying is if the group that Canada got is as hard as people say it is, Canada will do just fine. Thoughts on the Winter Olympics at this time? Haven't really watched much of it yet. Haven't watched much of it yet, so it is what it is. '48th minute. 48th minute. Saved. Header. Shot wide. Goal kick for Menjivar. America got close there. They sure did. Fouled. Free kick for Olimpia. How does MLS draft work? Former Trinidad U20 international Jaheim Wickham, told you about him already. Played preseason game, but is not signed on transfer market. Well, a team that MLS draft works like other drafts work. MLS is a league where the difference is if you get, well, there are MLB players that get drafted at a high school that don't sign a contract, but in most drafts, when you get drafted by a team, you sign the contract. MLS is only a 2-round draft. Now, there are players in the MLS draft, Super Draft, that sign Generation Adidas contracts. Those players, if you draft them, are on your roster through Generation Adidas, which is a scholarship roster spot, basically. You don't really have to worry about, I mean, of course, they have to sign a contract with your club, but you don't see those players choose not to play for the club that drafts them. It's pretty much hard to choose a different path if you're presented with multiple paths, if you're a Generation Adidas player. But that's why those players normally take those deals. But they're MLS draft players who are not Generation Adidas. And that's when you start to see players that hover around unsigned, go to USL, go to MLS Next Pro instead, go into Europe instead. So because there's different options, like you get drafted, what an MLS team drafts is your rights. And if you sign a contract, then you play for the club. If you don't sign a contract, say you go to USL, that MLS club still holds your MLS rights. And ergo, your MLS Next Pro rights. But again, they could also sign an MLS Next Pro contract. Look at Malik Henry, for that matter, speaking of rights. Malik Henry did not sign for Montreal when he got drafted. The thing is Montreal doesn't have a Next Pro team, so he could sign with any Next Pro team. So, okay, I guess they don't have your Next Pro rights if they don't have a team. He played for Toronto, Next Pro team. Once Toronto wanted to call him up, they had to trade for Malik's rights so they could sign him to the MLS squad. They did that. So that's example, right? So MLS, because of the way the league is, like if you look at the NFL draft, you get drafted to an NFL team, you're going to the training camp at least. Now, of course, then you could be like, well, I mean, this player got drafted in the 6th round and he got cut by the Patriots. Okay, got it. He was part of their draft class. He at least went to preseason. Some of these players that don't get signed don't even go to preseason for their MLS club. Baseball is the closest sport that I could say has a draft system kind of like the MLS, except when a player doesn't sign the contract, normally coming out of high school, they go to college and they can come back into the MLB draft and another team could draft them higher when they're older. And they could technically, an MLB player could go into the MLB draft, or a baseball player could go into the MLB draft after high school, and then after, I think, their sophomore year of college, and they could go up until their senior year. If they don't like the offer they're getting or the place they got drafted, which, again, the MLB draft is a 30, 40-round draft, at least used to be. May not be as long anymore ever since COVID, but it's a long draft. And the lower the draft gets, then they're going to draft the high schoolers and the sophomores. And basically, when it comes to baseball, as long as you don't sign the contract, you could go back to college or go back to school and raise your draft stock. That's the closest thing I can compare MLS Super Draft to is the MLB draft. You don't see an NBA player or NBA draftee say, no, I don't want to go to the NBA. Now, if they're lower enough on the 2-round draft list, they might do what Fred VanVleet did, say, don't draft me. I'd rather be a UDFA. But you don't see a team just like say, yeah, they could cut him in a preseason, but no, it's not like the NFL. But because there's only 2 rounds. But you get my point. The NHL, if you get drafted by an NHL team, you're at least going to play a year in junior still. Shot, save. And then you'll go to the ECHL, then the AHL, but your rights, you will be in the system of the team that drafts you. And you normally don't. Basically, the MLS Super Draft is, aren't they going to draw names teams for Leagues Cup and Open Cup? I think they already did that. At least said it was going to be where. Pretty much. Spicer was #1 Super Draft, but he was, I think he was Generation Adidas. Like, if you're the #1 pick, you're probably going to be Generation Adidas. Wayne Frederick, I think he was good enough. Colorado just went and signed him. Let me check. He pre-signed a contract prior to the draft. His selection was announced by Toronto Maple Leafs captain John Tavares. So, GA. Either way. Shot blocked away. Basically, the MLS draft is useless. I got no information on my team if my team is in either of these tournaments for the season. Dallas, well, that's true. Let me look these up then while I'm here. $2020. Leagues Cup playing Mexican venues for the 4th edition. Shot over the bar. Oh, here we go. Leagues Cup 2026. MLS. FC Dallas is in Leagues Cup. FC Dallas will be in Leagues Cup. Yes, they're in. Open Cup. Henry Martin is on for America. Oh, there we go. MLS teams. Shot saved by Menjivar. FC Dallas is not in the Open Cup. But, nope, North Texas is not either. Wait, there's only 2 MLS Next Pro teams? Okay, so I guess either way. So Leagues Cup, yes. They have not said who you play yet. They've not drawn the groups yet. You're just in there. You're just in Leagues Cup. They haven't drawn the groups yet. If he doesn't get a contract, either MLS Next Pro, if they offer him a Next Pro contract, or if he doesn't get offered a contract, he can go to a Next Pro club or a USL Championship club. Or if a European club wants him, which I don't know. We'll see. Basically, if he does not get offered a contract by an MLS team, he'll either get offered a Next Pro roster spot for that club or in general in the league. And if not that, USL Championship or League One. I think Europe is rare. You only really see that if the player has a chance to go to Europe and they're like, you know what, I don't like my draft position. I'm going to go to Europe. I don't know if he's in that position. Do I think he'll go back to Trinidad? Probably not. So if he doesn't get a contract, one of the lower leagues, I guess CPL, I don't know about CPL, but that would also be possible. One of the lower leagues, lower quality leagues in the U.S. if he doesn't get an MLS. Lower on the pyramid if he doesn't get an MLS deal. You probably want MLS Next Pro, but 2-1, 2-1 global, 0-0 esta noche. MLS do better. James, not Sullivan, so I don't know about Europe. Yeah, so. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, the MLS Super Draft, to me, the sad part is that's what Toronto's really good at. Like, when it comes to young players, Toronto is good at drafting. I don't know why. But the MLS Super Draft is just... I feel like it's useless to a certain extent because it just is. 62 minutes in, past the half hour, or past the 60-minute mark. TFC got a good academy also. I don't disagree. The problem is the players who actually have potential we don't keep. We do it the wrong way. We do it the wrong way. We have good academy players, yes. I agree. I don't disagree. I think Toronto's academy is solid. It's the fact that we don't use those players to the best of their ability. We play them for a little bit, we let them show potential, and then we trade them. And then the ones who don't have potential, we keep and let them keep playing like shit. I feel like it's a pyramid scheme. Like, as I said before, it feels like if Toronto feels like you can move, they don't want you. Headed away. So, I wish the academy was utilized better. $65 minutes. I can't believe MLS fired Matt Dole. That's crazy. Corner. Cross in. Header cleared away. $66 minute. Any A-League games in the future? Probably not. Probably not. Who knows? Cross in by America Rodriguez. Header missed. Saved by Menjivar. In boots. Keeps it in boots. That's out of boots. Throw in for America. Playing forward. $67th minute. $67th minute. Oh, nice pass, but that's not going to go. Wait, nope. I don't even. No. No. No, I won't. No. I've never thrown a barbecue, and I never will, most likely. Like a barbecue party. 4th of July barbecue, like the way I think of it. No. Never done that. I mean, yeah. We don't even have a grill here. We don't even have a grill here yet. Is it really a barbecue if you fucking have a black stone anyway? I don't know. I don't know. Because personally, I'd rather have a black stone griddle. I actually saw like one on Amazon from like some different brand that has the griddle and the actual grill together in one device. I would also buy that. That's pretty cool. Huh. Well, I mean, they might. Substitution. Arboleda coming off. For Jerry Bankston. Arboleda for Jerry Bankston in the 69th minute. I mean, the last time Forge played Olimpia, Forge lost 4-1 on aggregate, but that was 2019. So, it was a while ago. '70th minute. See, this is crazy. Forge is better than 97% of the Central American teams, besides Costa Rican, Central American champions, and some Honduran clubs. I would agree with that, but they could still beat them on their day. But I would agree with that. That's why I miss the CONCACAF League. I miss it. I miss it. Those were fun. Cross in. It's out for a goal kick. 70th minute. Nope, corner. Corner for America. Ball crossed in. Header. Out for a goal kick. America playing so badly. Well, they still lead on aggregate. They're not going to allow 2 goals. I don't think so. I think they'll be fine. Is it pretty? No. Who cares? Just get through it. I mean, they were questionable last week, too. Violante and Raul coming on. Or Jose. No, it is Raul. Raul. Jose Raul. Raul Jose. However it goes. This might be pushing it a little bit, but Miami might just win this cup. I feel like if this is the chance, this is the time. If it's gonna happen, it's gotta happen. '73rd minute. '73rd minute. Toluca's on the other side. Watch the final be in LA. Well, it can be in LA if it's Miami Toluca. It would be in Mexico or Miami. In Miami's new stadium, too, if it's in Miami, because Miami's new stadium is soon to be open. 0-0, 0-0. The final is not neutral site. Should it be? That's a different argument. But either way, 74th minute. CONCACAF will make sure it's in LA. Haven't you read the special clause? What, did they finally say, hey, maybe we will make this a... Yeah, but the only way that makes sense is if they move the final to SoFi Stadium. Cronky's shithole. But it's a beautiful stadium. Yeah, and Stan Kroenke built it. That makes it a shithole. I don't care how good it looks. Stan Kroenke built it to F over St. Louis. I don't care what. I mean, would it shock me if they did that? They could get more. In theory, you could say that cross in, clear away. You could say that it would still be more money if they play a Toluca, a Miami final in LA. They made a clause where they could decide if they want to have a venue for the final. That must be new. That must be new. But sending Miami, if Toluca's the home team, it makes a little bit more sense. But sending Miami to the opposite coast to play a Champions Cup final because it has more seats. No, they're not going to put it in the Rose Bowl. No, they're not. I think SoFi still has more seats than the Rose Bowl. Either way. '77th minute. Hey, Ryan and everyone, how's the game going this Champions Cup first round? 0-0 draw, 0-0. Esta noche, 2-1 global, 2-1 on aggregate. America looks like crap, and Olimpia, they have an opportunity to score 2 goals and flip this tie on its head. They're not doing it. So there you go. Are they literally crashing out? No, because they're not losing. Over the bar. Olimpia hasn't scored a goal. Olimpia needs 2 goals to have win the tie in general. To equal the away goals and have the 3-2 lead. That is, Olimpia hasn't scored 1. So. playing forward. '79th minute. Any Indonesia game in the future? Are you only asking because of Drone Boy? Like, is that why you're asking? No. Unless they play Japan. Like, if they're playing Japan, I guess so, but... Header. That's not my place. Well, Macwell hates Indonesia. You probably are more likely to get a Macwell hate watch of Indonesia than me doing an Indonesia game. I don't even hate John Herdman that much to do Indonesia hate watches. I don't know if... I just think the drone shit's funny. And how people reacted to it was funny. That's why I call him Drone Boy. That was the funny part. Dude might be a cheat, but whatever. Either way. I don't know. Either way, 80th minute. Through the first round, are there any teams who have been classified to the round 16? Tigres and San Diego. Tigres and San Diego advanced last night through their ties. As of now, it looks like America will advance, but they need to hold on. If they allow 2 goals in 10 minutes, 10 plus minutes, they did it to themselves. Monterrey has the lead. Let's see what happens in that game as well. Indonesia's doing great things. IMO, brand new stadiums, recruiting in diaspora players, and stepped up to host the FIFA series. Indonesia's only mistake was hiring Patrick Clifford as the head coach. I mean, yeah, John Herdman will do better than that for sure. Yeah, I agree. 82 minutes. Olimpia, header. America clears. That's out for another throw. Clivert. Wolff couldn't make it. They got spanked by Tigres. Header. John Herdman's a damn good coach. I know you're a TFC fan, but come on. I didn't say John Herdman was a bad coach. Like, yeah, they fell off hard after the drone scandal. John Herdman got Canada in the World Cup. Whether he was using drones or not. I just find it funny that when Toronto dipped in form in 2023. It was after the drone scandal came out. Or 2024. My bad, 2024. Oh, yeah, well, he got hired in 23. 2024. Holy Lord, that feels like so long ago. Either way, that's when the other shoe dropped. He might have been using drones in Toronto. I don't know. He is a good coach. He doesn't need them. That's the problem. I think Toronto was a very flawed team in general, so that probably helped. But Canada definitely had the quality, and they did well. I don't think John Herdman's a bad coach. Robin Fraser is not a good coach. Terry Dunfield's ass. Bob Bradley's horrible. I have no problems with Herdman. I think the way things went for him in Toronto was a little bit not indicative of what was going on. See you later, Risklander. The best seeded participating club based on Section 1210 after the competition in the round of 16. The quarterfinal and semifinal, not including round 1, shall host the final, provided that CONCACAF reserves the right to select a neutral venue. Okay. No. I don't think I ever said that. I mean, did I have my gripes with Herdman at times? In both cases, yes. I don't think I ever truly called him a bad coach. Like, level-headedly. Did I get pissed at him when emotions ran high? Yes, I did. There's a difference. Like, I'll tell you right now, straight face, not even angry. I think Robin Fraser is a horrible coach. I don't think he ain't good enough to bring Toronto back to the top, if that's what they want. John Herdman at least could have done it. Robin Fraser, like, I don't need to be angry to say Robin Fraser is a bad coach. I don't need to, while I'm angry, exaggerate how bad he is. Like, he's a bad coach. John Herdman, yeah, I had my gripes with him, and they got aired out when I was more riled up and angry, but there's a difference. Did I really bring up those gripes when I was shot blocked away? And I mean, even with the drone scandal, I kind of half defended Herdman. I thought it was a total shit show that nobody should have cared about. The only reason the freaking drone stuff got found out is because France is an anti-drone law, and Rick Westhead is a freaking hatchet man. And Rick Westhead is a hatchet man. That's it. I'm not saying you got mad at him after a while. I just said, yeah, I did. That don't mean I think somebody's horrible. If I think somebody's a horrible coach, I'm going to say it when I'm angry, and I'm going to say it when I'm even keel. Sometimes I'm just pissed off. There's a difference. To be absolutely clear, there is a difference. Like, I could say, yeah, that game was horrible. You didn't do the right things when I'm angry and pissed. Just Look at how I treat managers. Like Armas, I called him shit, even keel and angry. I don't think I ever really got pissed off at Javier Perez, but I don't even remember at this point. Bob Bradley, I called that man shit, even keel and angry. Same with Dunfield. Same with Robin Fraser. Herdman, it's a little bit different. Vanny, I don't know what to think. I think he's a fraud. Ricky Pooch saved his ass. Either way, there's a difference. John Herdman's coaching Indonesia men's national team. Yep. Didn't say they wouldn't, though. Not like me going after the Scottish Prem. Wow. 89th minute. 0-0, 2-1, 0-0, 2-1 global. Ryan shit talked the Scottish Prem only for Hearts to go on a generational run. Yeah. America blocked away. 90th minute, offside. Let's see how much stoppage time we got. 3 minutes. Three minutes of stoppage time. $91 minutes. Halfway through stoppage time. These people want Miami to play America. Well, I mean, the way they're playing against Olimpia, I don't think that's going to happen. It's out for a corner. Still not enough time for Olimpia to score two. Look. Oh, that's nice. Those Detroit Tigers alternates are nice. Cross in. Header punched away. Header, 30 seconds. America is about to advance. Throw in the final seconds of the game. Olimpia. Full time, and it's over. A 0-0 draw. America advances to the round of 16. 2-1 on aggregate. 0-0 esta noche, 2-1 global. Olimpia eliminado. América avanza de la octavos de final de la Copa Campeones de la CONCACAF. With that being said, if you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Send subscribes on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will hit that hype button as well. I will see you within a couple of minutes for the next game. Monterrey Xelajú. And then we'll review Monterrey Xelajú as well after it's over. So sit tight. Be back. Sit tight. Be back. Couple of minutes. I'm Ryan and I'm out. Peace. For like 4 minutes. Peace.